Welcome to the 2016 GSBI Accelerator Showcase. Our purpose today is to hear from 14 social entrepreneurs who will pitch their plans for growth and to help them secure the appropriate financial capital to achieve their impact plans. How many of you are here for the first time? That's terrific. You're actually in for a life-changing experience. I came here the first time 6 years ago, and I keep coming back. In fact, I'm going to be doing this until I'm pretty old and Cassandra has to wheel me out, I think. But that's because working with social entrepreneurs never gets old. In fact, they're kind of a fountain of youth. Those of you who have come before know that our aspiration at Miller Center is to help as many social entrepreneurs around the world as we can scale their impact. And we're making tremendous progress. You can read about it in our new annual report, which you will find out in the lobby at the break, or you can download it online if you're watching through the live stream. You'll find some fun facts and figures, great graphics, and super stories that show our collective impact. We've worked now with more than 570 social enterprises around the world. It's pretty amazing. And they have collectively impacted the lives of more than 160 million people, which is pretty phenomenal. After GSBI programs, they've raised nearly $200 million, and I'm hoping that after today, and I know they are too, we'll get that well over $200 million to scale their impact. So why do I keep coming back, and why did I come here? It's the opportunity to work with these social entrepreneurs, these change agents, for the biggest problems on our planet. And I know that is true for our extended family of partners and people who give their time, their talents, and their treasures to help us work with more and more social entrepreneurs. First and foremost, I want to thank a truly world-class team at Miller Center. What you read about in the annual report, what you experience here today, what you see in the news media is a function of a high-performance team. So please join me in thanking the Miller Center team. I am blessed to work with them. And I also feel very fortunate to be at Santa Clara University, where we can engage bright young women and men in action research projects that help social entrepreneurs all around the world scale their impact. This helps us fashion future leaders of competence, conscience, and compassion. And I want to thank all of the Global Social Benefit Fellows and other students who work with Miller Center, both for what you've done, but especially for what you'll do to create a more just, humane, and sustainable world. Santa Clara students, thank you very much for who you are. And importantly, where you are. We couldn't work with the social entrepreneurs or the students without the strategic advice and the financial support from our corporate and foundation partners, and particularly from our advisory board. It's the fuel in our tanks, and what a lot of the donors tell me is that their investment in Miller Center is the highest return one that they make. And you've heard of triple bottom line? We're quadruple bottom line. We add spiritual too. I especially want to thank Karen and Jeff Miller, who have been incredible supporters of Miller Center and the GSBI. Jeff started as a mentor, but also terrific friends to me and my husband, Steve. So thank you, all our supporters, Jeff and Karen. So last, but certainly not least, and Jeff started this way, I want to thank the over 100 Silicon Valley executives who serve selflessly as mentors to our social enterprises. They are coaches, they are trusted advisors, they accompany the social entrepreneurs through the GSBI exercises as the social entrepreneurs discern the best path forward to scale impact, and they're really amazing people. Can I get all the mentors to please stand up? Thank you, guys. If you want to join the A team for social justice, talk to one of those folks at break. Because we need, as St. Ignatius, founder of the Jesuit order, said, as many as possible of the very best. And the reason for that is that the problems in the world today are daunting. They're enormous. We'll have 2 billion more people on the planet by 2050, reaching a population of over 9 billion. Many people are moving to cities, and they don't have the skills or the education to engage in dignified livelihoods. And every day we read about the impacts of global warming in the news, which impact the poor the most. These three trends together are deepening inequalities around the world and causing political unrest everywhere, including here in the United States. So it's easy to lose hope or even faith. But the social entrepreneurs inspire us, and they give us energy. And I feel that the reason for that is that they embody two spirits that we know well here at Santa Clara University because they're encoded in our DNA. One is the passion, ambition, innovation, and resilience inherent in the Silicon Valley entrepreneurial ecosystem. And the other is the commitment to social justice, to serving the poor, and protecting the planet that is part of our Jesuit tradition. So in many ways, the social entrepreneurs are champions for social justice. In fact, one of my team members said, you know, Thane, they're kind of like Olympic athletes. They make huge sacrifices. They have a singular focus on achieving some form of impact, and they give it their all, and they achieve things that we thought were impossible. So just like the Olympics are meant to unify humanity, social entrepreneurship is a force that can also unify humanity. So with that, I think we really want to hear from each of these 14 social entrepreneurs. Each of you is a champion and a gold medalist in my heart. And I think yours too. I'd now like to welcome Cassandra Staff, Program Director for GSBI, who has been my boss for the last 2 weeks, to the stage. Cassandra.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. This is fantastic. This is so much fun for me every year to be in this room with you all, to experience this culmination of months and months of work from entrepreneurs who have piled on a part-time job on top of their day jobs to make themselves and their businesses better, the mentors who are taking time out of their jobs, their retirement, their families to support these organizations, and the staff and students that pour their heart and souls into this to make it all work. So it's a huge pleasure. I would just say that we have an incredible group that is encapsulated here in this room of the entrepreneurs, the board members, the students and staff that are coming together. In addition, we've got a live stream going on. We've got students at NYU listening in. We've got alumni from 26 countries listening in. We have entrepreneurs and investors coming from as far as Taiwan to be here. And so it really is a fantastic, magical place to be, and thank you so much. So I would just also say that we've got a couple tools to help you connect with our entrepreneurs. You may have seen in your program that there is an app for this event. It's called Whova, W-H-O-V-A. You can find it in the iTunes Store or the Google Play Store. If you download that, you can connect with the other folks in this room. You can message them. You can set up some time during lunch to connect. Additionally, if you are an investor and you want to connect with one of the entrepreneurs that you've listened to, please find us at the registration table during the intermission or immediately after the showcase. We've got some time this afternoon from 2 to 4 o'clock to set up half-an-hour meetings for any of those that are interested.